Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be testing No Man's Sky on my Rog Ally that comes with Windows 11 Radeon 780M GPU. It's an action adventure survival game that features a procedurally generated open world universe that includes tons of planets for us to explore. Our character can collect resources, use them to craft new items, document flora, fauna and unique aliens on the planets. This game was released almost 9 years ago. It has received a lot of updates since its release, new content getting added to the game. Kudos to the developers for supporting the game for such a long time. In this video I'll be showing you how to use XeSS Upscaler in conjunction with Nukem9's Mod FSR frame generation. AMD's FSR for Upscaler and Intel's XeSS frame generation are not compatible with the game as the game uses Vulkan API. We'll be using fake NV API via Optiscaler Mod to enable Vulkan AntiLag Plus. We'll be injecting Nukem9's mod and fake NV API into the game using Optiscaler Mod. Now I'll be honest, I am not an expert when it comes to using Vulkan AntiLag Plus. Fake NV API usually replaces the in-game reflex implementation with AntiLag. In this game, after enabling the in-game reflex setting, I activated AntiLag 2's latency monitor. It was showing a real-time latency value, but after enabling Nukem9's mod FSR frame generation, no real-time value for the latency was shown. So Vulkan AntiLag Plus may not be working after enabling Nukem9's mod in this game. This is the changelog for fake NV API version 1.3.1. Here it is mentioned that Vulkan AntiLag Plus was not developed taking frame generation into consideration. It also requires having the driver level anti-lag enabled for the game. Green arrow in the corner of anti-lag's overlay means it's the driver level implementation of anti-lag, and if the arrow is white in color it means fake NV API is working. It's either AntiLag 2 or Vulkan AntiLag Plus. I'll be using the latest test build of Optiscaler Mod version 0.9 preview for 20250922 available on their Discord server. We'll give the link to their Discord in the description of the video. Just click on the .cmz link here. Now I'll install the mod. Just open the mod's archive file. Select the highlighted files optiscaler.ini, optiscaler.dll, libxess.dll. XeSS Super Resolution is compatible with Vulkan API. It's XeSS frame generation which is not compatible with Vulkan yet. DX11 version of XeSS not required. Fake NV API.ini, fake NV API.dll. Fake NV API will replace the in-game reflex implementation with Vulkan AntiLag Plus. Nukem9's mod DLSS due to FSR 3 AMD is better. Vulkan version of FidelityFX not required. FidelityFX Upscaler DX12.dll file selected. Loader AMD FidelityFX DX12.dll. Frame generation FidelityFX file not required. Copy. Open the game's installed directory. Select the game in your Steam library. Right click, manage, click on browse local files. Open binaries folder. Paste everything here. Replace. We are done. Just need to change the name of optiscaler.dll file to dxgi.dll. That's it. Adrenaline settings for the game: FreeSync, VSync, anti-lag settings enabled. I have set the UMA buffer size to 5 GB. My Ally is running on BIOS version 342. Install Ally's latest official GPU driver that added support for Battlefield 6. Using a 27 watts manual profile, all 3 power values set at 27 watts, 900p resolution. CPU boost disabled. Connected my FlyDigi Vader 4 Pro controller to Ally via Bluetooth mode, X input controller. I'll be using RTSS and Afterburner to show you the performance stats. Open RTSS, click on Setup, scroll down to the end. Make sure enable frame rate limiter setting is disabled. Also disable inject NVIDIA reflex latency marker setting. Use Microsoft D2's API hooking setting enabled. Launch the game. Show you the in-game settings. Display mode set to borderless, 900p resolution, VSync off, max FPS 240. Name of the GPU RTX 4090. Mod is working. These are the settings that I am using. Standard to enhance, post processing, volumetrics, effects and water quality set to standard. Rest of the settings set to enhance. Isotropic filtering 16 times, GTAO standard, reflex set to on, apply. Upscaler set to DLSS, using the Upscaler's quality preset. Motion blur amount set to nil. Okay, I'll just enable anti-lag to latency monitor by pressing the hotkey combo Alt Shift and L. Keep pressing the hotkey combo to cycle through the different display options. You can see the arrow icon in the top left corner. It's white in color. This means Wake NV API is working. Real-time latency value is shown. Vulkan AntiLag Plus seems to be working. Jump into the game. There's a character. When you run this game for the first time, it's going to stutter a lot. Performance should stabilize after playing the game for about 30 minutes. What the hell is this thing? It's not hostile. Unidentified mineral. Mining it. What's with the green tint on the display? Okay. Toxicity is increasing, that's why. Not safe here. Recharge equipment, life support, hazard protection, out of resources. I think sodium resource is required to recharge the hazard protection feature of the suit. Offer food. I attacked it. Use my scanner to scan for resources. Sodium, it's nearby. Hazard protection bar, it's on the lower side. So with these settings, FPS stays within a range of 60 to 70. Few hiccups here and there. See, need to be quick. Sprint. Suit is equipped with a jetpack. Oxygen rich plant. There's the sodium resource. Use it. Okay, I'll show you Optiscaler settings. Open Optiscaler menu by pressing the insert keyboard key and just pause the game. Increase its size by clicking on the drop down bar next to menu UI scale. Set the value to 1.2. API used Vulkan. FSR 2.2.1 Upscaler was used. So I'll just change the Upscaler to XeSS. Click on the drop down bar next to change Upscaler and select XeSS as the option. Click on change Upscaler. Yeah, switch to XeSS Upscaler. Input in-game DLSS Upscaler. Auto Explorer setting is on. Current method mentioned under framerate section is Vulkan AntiLag. Base resolution 1072 by 608 pixels, upscale to 900p. Save INI. Close. This is the game running using XeSS Upscaler. Check out the scale of this map. It's huge. FPS is within a range of 55 to 60. Okay, I'll just disable anti-lag from the adrenaline settings. Driver level anti-lag. Press Alt and R keys. Radian anti-lag disable. Back to the game. It seems Vulkan AntiLag Plus is still working. Open Optiscaler menu. Here current method mentioned is Vulkan AntiLag. I'll show you how to enable Nukem9 Mod. Open Optiscaler menu, click on the drop down bar next to FG source. You need to select Nukem's DLSSG. Click on save INI, close and restart the game. Play. Now open the in-game settings. Frame generation setting will get unlocked. Just set it to 2 times. Enabling DLSS frame generation automatically enables NVIDIA Reflex. Mod FSR frame generation seems to be conflicting with Mod AntiLag. Jumped into the game. Open Optiscaler menu. For some reason, Upscaler automatically switched from XeSS to FSR 2.2.1. Even when I had clicked on save INI before exiting the game. Switch to XeSS. Here it is mentioned that DLSSG is purposefully disabled when this menu is visible. This is why AntiLag's latency monitor is showing a real-time value for the latency. FSR frame gen debug view won't work. Mod FSR frame gen is not working. But when I close the mod menu, frame gen will kick in. the FPS increased to around 90. The animation quality, it's looking much smoother than before when we had FSR frame generation disabled. Games HUD elements, they are not flickering. I am not observing any ghosting around a character model. Even the crosshair is not flickering. Some ghosting is produced around the character model when they are close to the left edge of the display and I am spinning the camera. See, a backpack producing double images. A screen tearing like effect can be seen around the left and right edges of the display, common FSR frame generation related artifact. Latency is not a problem as the base FPS is on the higher side. Few hitches can occur. These hitches occur even without Nukem9 Mod, at least on Rog Ally. Okay, I'll just cap the FPS at 60 and give you an idea about the smoothing effect of Nukem9 Mod. Instead of capping the FPS at 60, I'll just apply a 30 FPS cap via the in-game settings. With Nukem9 Mod enabled, FPS will be locked at 60, and check out the screen tearing like effect around the left and right edges of the display when I spin the camera. Now I'll disable in-game DLSS frame generation. This will disable Nukem9 Mod and we will be getting a very choppy looking animation as the FPS is capped at 30. Open the in-game settings and set frame generation to off. Apply. Back to the game. The FPS is capped at 30. Spinning the camera, check out the animation quality. It's looking choppy as expected. 30 FPS. Artifacts around the edges of the display, they are gone. Real-time latency value is shown in AntiLag's latency monitor. So that's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.